In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, my dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, a human being, a human being, every human being want to make their life as a happier one, as a successful one. As for this happier and a successful life is concerned, it actually depends upon certain things. It depends upon certain things. And those certain things we must remain in search of those certain things. And there are things which are universally known. There are things which are known to every wise person. And these things which are known to almost every wise or intelligent person are fewer in number and not many. Although the more the better, but at least we need to learn certain or fewer things. First of all, I think that we need to learn how to not overthink. We need to learn how not to overthink. We need to learn also how to think positive, and we need to discipline ourselves. We need to learn how to think less, and how not to be swayed away by any of the thought. Number one. Number two, my dear friends and fellows, number two thing is that we need to think positive. We need to learn the skill of self discipline. There are certain other skills which are being learnt and adopted and practiced for the sake of survival here in this world. Although the basic skills are the three which I have already shared with you, but again we need to specialize in certain things. We need to earn the money. And to be able to earn the money, we need to understand what my strengths are. We need to understand what my strengths are. And there are plenty of things which we have been, which the human being in general, which the human being in collective are having. But obviously we don't need all of those. We need just the few of these. We just need the few of these. I think we need to know what my particular talents are, what my particular resources are, my talents and my resources. And I need to identify my talents. I need to polish my talent. I need to practice my talents. Identification on the one hand, polishing and practicing on the other hand. As for the polishing is concerned, we can take the services of anyone else who is already skilled in that particular item. But even if at all we feel to get a mentor, even if at all we feel to get a teacher, a trainer, we can help us a lot in polishing that particular skill. I think even then, if at all we do keep practicing, simply practicing our skill will help us a lot. Simply practicing our skill will help us a lot, in becoming skilled in that particular. Simply practicing that particular talent, practicing that particular talent will help us a lot in practice, in polishing it, in developing it, and in making it even more and more and more marketable. We need to make it more marketable. We need to identify, we need to polish it, we need to practice it, we need to market it, because this thing will help us a lot, as far our survival here in this world is concerned. And if at all there are certain resources which we have inherited, inheritance is actually the resources, these are not the talents. Inheritance is the resources. We need to identify that what sort of resources I have inherited. And now we also need to understand how can I make better and even better use of my these resources. The two of these things actually will make us a swimmer here in the ocean of the life. The two of these things will make us a swimmer. We need to become a swimmer here in the ocean of the life. And if at all we want to do that, if at all we are bent upon doing this, then believe me that we shall inshallah be able to live our life in a better manner. We should be able to live our life in a better manner. One more thing which must be understood and which must not be ignored, and this must thing is that there are certain deadly things. There are certain things which are deadly, and we need to know what is the deadly item. And we must, like taking the drugs is a deadly item. It is suicidal. and we must not take even the single step. If at all somebody has let's say somebody has started smoking, the smoking might take us toward, might not necessarily, and we need to avoid it. We need to avoid the people who are, using the drugs. And there are certain other things like, fighting, with a firearm, with any, hurting the, life and other essential items of the people. I think again it will put us into a great trouble, and which we need to avoid. So we need to know the certain bad things, the certain deadly things, and we need to certainly avoid. We need to keep ourselves away, miles away, hundreds of miles away from those people, from those bad items. So it is equally important and equally essential. Some of the people are talented, and they have polished their skill. The skill that they have polished their talent, they are marketing their skill, but they do something else, one thing which actually destroys them. We need to be aware of those things which are destructive, and need to strictly avoid those things as well. Thank you very much.